Hi everyone, let's talk about social media and FamilySearch.org. In his recent address at BYU Education Week, Elder Bednar said, "A technology known as social media is evolving in our day and playing an increasingly important role in hastening the work of salvation." He continues, "I believe the time has come for us as disciples of Christ to use these inspired tools appropriately and more effectively to testify of God the Eternal Father, His plan of happiness for His children, and His Son, Jesus Christ, as the Savior of the world, to proclaim the reality of the restoration of the gospel in the latter days, and to accomplish the Lord's work." Why should we, as family historians, use social media? Many of our friends and family use social media on a daily basis. This makes it a great platform to share documents, photos, and other information about our ancestors. We can connect with distant cousins who may have information, photos, documents, and other resources that we don't know about. Social media is a worldwide phenomenon, which means you may come in contact with relatives in your ancestors' mother country, or with someone who can help you in your research in a particular area. And finally, and most importantly, social media allows us to share our testimony of the gospel and the knowledge we have that families are forever. Sharing documents, photos, and stories about our ancestors is a perfect way to turn the hearts of the children and the hearts of their fathers. FamilySearch has embraced this effort of sharing information on social media. Today we will briefly talk about 5 social media buttons found on FamilySearch memories. We can use those to share photos and documents with others on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Google+, and email. So first we sign in to FamilySearch, and then we go to the Memories section. Once in the Memories section, we can choose either photos or documents. Stories don't have the social media buttons yet. So once we go into photos, we can choose a photo that we want to share. I hope we've all had the chance to upload photos to FamilySearch and that we've been able to become familiar with the setup of this photo page. And you can see right here at the bottom are the social media buttons, and they're located in the same spot on all of the photographs and all of the documents. Let's begin with Facebook. What is Facebook? Facebook is a social network that was begun in 2004. It has over 1 billion users across the world. It allows people to communicate with each other and to share photographs and even videos. To share a photograph on Facebook, I click the like button and add a comment and hit enter. It may ask me to sign into my Facebook account if I'm not already signed in. Once that's done, a link to the photograph appears on my wall. Most of the time, it also appears with a thumbnail of the photograph, and I'm not sure exactly why it's not doing it with this particular photo.
Occasionally, the page that you liked won't appear anywhere on your timeline. It won't appear in your news feeds. It appears completely hidden. But if we click this View Activity Log, then it appears here in the activity log, and other people have been able to see it, and they will be able to like it and share it with other people.
Pinterest is a visual way to bookmark things that you're interested in. we find a photograph that we're interested in and we pin it to a board. So I click on the pin it icon at the bottom of the page, add a comment, and hit pin it. When we pin a bookmark or a photograph to Pinterest, we're actually saving the link, and this photograph will take us directly back into FamilySearch for us to see later. Pinterest asks you to organize your pins on boards, and I'm starting a new board for my Toll's family line here. Twitter is a social network that allows people to microblog, and that means that you can send a message out or a photograph, but the message has to be less than 140 characters in length. These are called tweets that we send to friends or followers. For the family historian, Twitter can be a way to connect with other researchers, to learn the latest news, to collaborate with other family members, or to ask questions. I'll choose this photo of Jack Mordew to tweet out. And to do that, we just choose the tweet button, and then we add a comment. And you can see right here, it tells me how many characters I have available. And it looks like I'm 38 characters over in this message. I'll have to delete something out of it or reword it. After rewording my tweet, it appears here on my Twitter feed. Twitter can be intimidating to learn, but choosing to follow knowledgeable family historians like our own James Tanner is a good way to familiarize ourselves with Twitter. Google Plus. I've just begun to use Google Plus, but it's a social media site that interfaces with all of Google's companies, such as YouTube and your Gmail account. For the family historian, we can connect with other researchers in similar ways as we do on Facebook and Twitter, but we can also participate in Google Plus Hangouts. Using a webcam, you can have a conversation with multiple people at the same time. You can have family home evening with all your siblings or children all at once, even if they're spread across the globe. As a researcher, you can join genealogy discussions like Dear Myrtle's Monday night Hangouts. She also records these Hangouts and posts them on YouTube. Someone was wondering if my grandmother was named for anyone in the family. When I found this photo of her great-aunt Lydia Ethel Tolles, I uploaded it to FamilySearch and then posted it on Google+. Notice that I can choose to make the photo public, which means that anyone can see it, or if I exit out of that, it will be shared with just my circle of friends. It appears here on my Google Plus page along with notifications from other people in my circle. Is BYU Family History Library in your circle of friends on Google Plus? Finally, and just briefly, we can send the photograph or a link to that photograph through our email. All we have to do is click this email button, and it will attach a link inside your email to this photograph, and then all you have to do is add the address of the individual you're wanting to send the email to. Social media can be intimidating, but we encourage you to take Elder Bednar's advice and to learn how to use it wisely and effectively. We can do that by using FamilySearch.org's social media buttons. We encourage you all to go out and share, tweet, like, pin, and enjoy your day.